Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. I had to get some lab work done, and I'm a very difficult stick. In other words, it's hard to find my little tiny veins that roll and dive, and the best of the best are usually called in, and they have a difficult time finding my veins. I drink all the water you could possibly drink up until the time you can't drink no more, and I hold that water when I get there because just going to the bathroom will make those veins disappear. So I thought I could see a vein, and I was excited. And I got this phlebotomist who looked like she'd been doing it a while, and then she told me that she had, but she was young. She was young to have been doing it for as long as she was, and she was tall and very dark with very kinky hair, and she looked like she had been kissed by the sun, Mother Africa, God, and all of that. She was beautiful. She went to find the vein and she found it immediately. And as soon as she put that needle in that vein, took a dive. And she said, I got the vein, but it went somewhere. And she went on with it. And normally I start singing to get those veins to do what needs to be done. I get to singing to get them to be quiet because I think my veins remember. They remember the torture and things that were done to my ancestors. And so my veins are doing everything they can to protect me, to not be close to the surface, to endure too much of too much. It is an amazing thing to watch my veins dive and roll out of the way of that needle. But this time I didn't have to sing because that beautiful phlebotomist began to sing. And she started singing songs that I knew she was way too young to know, but her life obviously gave her some kind of connection to those songs and to those veins. And she started singing, there is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power. And I was like, what you know? And I started singing with her. And we switched up songs. We were going back and forth. I know it was the blood. And she was like, what? I got chills. And we started talking and singing. And that blood just kept flowing. Because at first she got the vein and then she finally got some blood, but then it wasn't moving. And then it began to flow. And I watched after vial after vial after vial was being filled. And she was singing. And we had such a sweet time in such a little space and moment in a thing that should be painful, but I refuse to display pain to folks who are trying their best to make sure you don't have none. It's a simple thing and a thing that I must do, but somehow it turned into a sanctified, holy, beautiful moment that was set aside for me and for her. I would tell you her name, but it is very unique, and she's only met one other. But her name fits her regal beauty. Her hair, the way it was just not going nowhere. It was beautiful. She was beautiful. She is beautiful. You are beautiful. There is beauty in absolutely every moment. The pain, the joy, the suffering, the tomorrow that my ancestors knew was coming. That one day, that beautiful descendant could do for me what needed to be done with joy and singing and love between us in a way to reach back and say, thank you. And as we did, they said, I see you, because we saw each other. I love you.